So we've got a ride today. We started Jindabyne, but the ride was really just from Nimmitabel to Bombala, and we've only really made a GPX track for sort of the middle bit, or the hardest bit. So we started across, this is farmland, the Monaro, so it's sort of a high, they reckon it's timberless plain. I'm not sure if the white man chopped all the timber down, or if the black fellas burnt it all down. But there's not many trees in this area. It's been farmed for, you know, nearly since the inception of Australia. Beautiful country anyway. I describe this sort of landscape as blue sky country. You know, all you see is the horizon. This is Dave. Say hi, Dave.
G'day, Phil.
We've got Doug hiding in the shadows, playing with his GPS. Now we got sort of morning tea or breakfast, whichever you want to describe it as. At Nimmitabel, there's a little bakery there. We got some fuel, so the service station's come back, which is handy for us. And then we're on New Line Road in a minute. We've got a giant brick and concrete structure shearing shed. I've never seen it before. I've not been on some of these roads before. Doug had, so we sort of drew up a little bit of a plan. The plans are very hard to do, you know, we don't have much intel on them, of course. We've got maps and you know, Google. It doesn't really show you the private property. We've come across some gates in recent history. So I think as what happened in the relatively near past is, you know, we've got progressively more and more white collar farmers, and they shut up the place more than the old cockies used to, you know. So some of these tracks we were trying to use are essentially gazetted roads, but they just put a big sign in front of their property, no trespassing, private property, and it sort of mucked us up a little bit. And this is an old forestry area as well, so some of these tracks, it's now been gazetted into a national park. And of course the parks will tell you they've got no money or resources, so they tend to close a lot of these tracks. So we've been stuck quite a few times, really. The advantage of the adventure bike is we've got a lot more range than our enduro bikes. So instead of having, you know, 8 litres or 12 litres with a big tank, you know, we've got 16, and these things are reasonably fugal, depending on how aggressively you ride them. You know, I think my average for the bike is 4.4 litres per 100. Now I've achieved that on the 450 enduro bikes as well, but you tend to be short shifting and, you know, trying to travel as high a gear you can, just to make sure you don't run out of fuel. I was mucking around. I got a new DJI mic too. I've bought all my own gear. I've tried that, or I'm trialling that, just to see. This is a big learning curve for me, you know. I'm trying to figure all this stuff out. Learn to video, learn to edit, learn to be a sound recorder. I just popped this in my back. I've got a zippered sleeve in the back. You can zip the sleeves off this jacket, and I just put it in there, but I didn't put a dead cat, which is a
So far so good, boys?
for the sound
fun.
recording.
Yeah, I know I'm holding you guys up, but I'm having fun.
No, relax, mate. Don't worry about.
I'm not holding us up at all.
Yeah, don't worry about us. We're hooking.
My ability, and yeah, it's good.
Yeah.
Cool. I haven't got any audio.
No, you've turned your you turned the Bluetooth off.
Yeah.
Yeah. So like the problem.
Might as well have the music on.
Hey?
I might as well have the music on.
Yeah. Yeah. So. Yeah. So with the Bluetooth off, then you won't get the turn by turn directions.
Sorry, yeah. So if I turn the Bluetooth back on and sync it to my phone, it'll give it to me through here.
Yes, and it should still give you the music too.
You can turn the Bluetooth back on. Turn the Bluetooth back on. All the more.
Is it an Apple?
Yeah.
Hmm.
Yeah. Wi-Fi address. Oh.
Tell them Wi-Fi will after the Bluetooth.
It's on.
Please don't get it. And see if we can see. Remote connected. Okay, connected.
Yeah, be good. Should be good.
Yeah. Well, we only just turned the Bluetooth stuff up in. Yeah.
Fucking technology. Everything fucking out of
As I mentioned, this was forestry before, and we've got relatively new growth here. You can see, it's reasonably well spaced. Trees are nice and straight. We've got a cleared area. I'm not sure if it was farmland and it went back into forestry somehow, or this was cleared area for operations. You can see on the side of the track, so these are weeds. So I think we had a fire through here. Beautiful tree ferns as well. I would call this sort of double track, not quite pure double track, but it, as you can see, doesn't have much vehicle use. So I could afford to be on the wrong side of the track here. I actually really enjoy this part of the ride. Nice little steep climb, and it's just a beautiful forest to be in. A little bit of rain, so there wasn't much dust today. Coming a bit hot here. Smash into that puddle. A beautiful little creek. I'll try and look quickly. Sides. Now I rolled up with Dave, and I hadn't ridden with Dave before, and he's got a big bike. It's a Triumph 1200. So he's doing very well. He's riding really well. Try not to spook people by coming up them. A lot of people are not used to having people around them when riding, so it definitely rattles them a little bit. There's a lot of people that will apex every corner, so they'll cut every corner. And Doug does it a fair bit to me, but I'm sort of prepared for that, so I don't encroach on Doug too much. It depends on their skill and the amount of riding they've done. There are people that I've ridden with in the past that have ridden a lot, and I can ride two up with them, one in each wheel track. And depending on how much separation there is between you, sort of left or right or front or back, if there's a tree sticking out or a log or something, Doug called a stick from his Bashplate. Now this part of the track was just superb, there's small little ferns, big tree ferns there. I'm not sure whether it's type. It's either an Australis or an Antarcticus. Oh, wallaby. Come to see what I was doing. You can see the ground isn't quite as good here, so the forest isn't quite as healthy, more rock. Let me sort of turn here somewhere, just there. A bit hot, so just need to do a turn up here, come back. No, just park on the side of the road, and then we try to keep ourselves going as efficiently as we can. Most of the rides are reasonably long, not reasonably long in the terms of a road ride, but reasonably good distance. So by the time, you know, I picked Doug up at near Jindabyne, and then by the time we get back past Jindabyne, you know, it's sort of solid 400 or 500 k's. This bit we marked was only like 170. As I mentioned, we went up a few tracks that we shouldn't have. We went up a few tracks that Dave's bike didn't have the traction for, steep and loose. He had sort of 70-30 tyres on it. So by the time we actually got in sort of at halfway, we'd done our 170 k's, and we still had you know, solid 150 to more to go home. A little bit mindful when I ride with Doug too, just that he will cross to my lane, just so they give him a bit of space, and it gives I feel it gives quite a good description of the track. You know, one, how rough they are. Two, it gives you another reference for speed and bumps, of course. I'm not sure exactly how many Ks Doug's got on the 890. I think it's a reasonable amount. You know, he's coming up to 20. I don't think he's had any problems with it at this stage either. It's been quite a while since I've ridden a 890. I rode one a couple of years back. Some mates were on a long ride, and I was on 450. We sort of had two destinations on that trip. We had sort of the adventure bike loop and sort of enduro bike loop. I was with the enduro guys. Quite nice bike. Not sure if I rested after. Again, I thought this forest was just spectacularly beautiful. Not particularly steep country in this area. Just really enjoyable ride. Of course, no cars. It's actually no people either. Of course, try to stand the whole time. You can weight the bike better. You can give input into the bike. You can change the balance point. You can drift it easier. It has so many advantages. A lot more control, a lot more absorption in bumps as well. So I suggest that you try to endeavour to stand as much as you can, or at least stand in the most critical times. So if there's any sort of bumps or corners or the like. You can see the trees are here quite small, so it's been forested at some point in the past. A lot of weeds, it's been burnt here at some time, reasonably recently as well, but there's some of the trees there showing regrowth on them. A nice little descent here. I really like descending bikes. Such a good feeling. I think I go into something a little bit hot here and try to bounce myself off the track soon, the water bar. Now I must admit the poor little Transalp does not jump amazingly well. You know, you've got to be get fully bounced there. Logs, trees, and the way in the scenery. Back online reasonably quickly, but would have been quite ugly. You know, I could have put my head into the top of the visor. I could have folded the front wheel, been on the ground, but I managed to hold it. Doug's got a bit excited. He sort of caught me again, so he's going to put a bit of space in between me. Do I think the suspension is a letdown on the Transalp and reduces its ability? Yes, but you know, you can see Doug nosed into that water bar there. So supposedly the KTM's got much better suspension. He nosed into that one as well. You know, are you going to jump water bars fully loaded, you know, one after the other? Don't know. You'll see a little bit later Dave has a problem, breaks his leg. You know, Australia's a very big place, and you can get very remote very quickly. And as it played out, the ambulance, you know, the rescue services, they took a long time to get to us, 5 hours, you know. So you could be uncomfortable for a very long time. So not really sure you need to be jumping every single water bar or doubling them. Most of these water bars you're landing flat as well, so it's not a particularly nice landing. It's not like you're on a motocross track and you're doubling, jumping ramp to ramp. So back to my statement. Does it let the bike down? I don't believe so. I truly believe that you ride the bike to the bike's ability. You know, if you start riding the bike above its ability, then you know, at some point the bike will get upset with you and try to throw you off. Beautiful little area, crystal clear creeks. Because the Tiger has, I think, a 17 or 19 inch front wheel, not really sure. So it doesn't quite handle the rough stuff, as well as both Doug and I's bike with a 21 inch wheel. You know, that little bit bigger wheel just rolls over things better. Now this sand was amazingly soft. If you see just on the left shot there was looked like a little bike track went around this part of the sand, so people that would ride this track more frequently than us, they would know where to go. We had all sorts of trouble with this pre-crossing. Doug buries his bike up to the exhaust here. I'm just looking to see what's happening before I move in. Now I choose to park the bike here, you know, on the hard surface, because not sure how good the sand's going to be. I've got to get a rock for Dave to help him support his bike. So I just lean one up against the bank. As I mentioned, I put the News DJI Mic 2 in just in the sleeve in the back of my jacket, and it made a terrible noise, you know, because I didn't have the dead cat, which is the sound deadening attachment that you put on it. Another mistake. It's hard to know what you don't know.
Oh, not very soft, is it?
See Doug's exhaust just in the water there. Bit of discussion here. Yeah, I was actually standing in front of the bike, turning the throttle the wrong way.
Oh, that's the way it works. Love it. Yeah. Put the stand down, mate.
Yeah, I'll tell you that. Yeah.
Huh? Put the stand down. That's fine enough. That's it in mud there.
So I didn't turn the traction control off here. I haven't ridden this bike much lately. Forgot how to bloody get it. Another fault with the Transalp is the traction control. You know, you've got to reset the user mode every time you get on and off it. Painful as hell. So bogs here in the sand. Bogs here. And I bog it completely here.
Oh, go on, take it away. Easy. Alright, best to last, eh? I thought I'd be able to come at it with some momentum in seconds.
That's what fucked me up.
Yeah.
I got caught in that loose band over the top. Right?
Yeah.
What's going to happen tomorrow? I can see it.
And then I hit it in second and just went, I had nothing. I'll go in the race on the hot side first. I'll go in the hot side. I can't do it.
Oh, yeah, you got it to stand out.
No. I need to get a thought.
I reckon we could skip all the churned up shit that we've done and the fucking full drives.
But it's deep there. And there's no momentum into it.
You know what?
There's no momentum into it.
No, it's not.
You know, like I thought about down there, but there's a rock there. You know, and then it's shallower there.
That's what I did last time we were here. There was a big hole here, a really deep one, and the road went straight into it. And I went down there, just made it to that island.
Yeah. It's fucking good. I think it's good. I got more for fruit then. It's full of water now. I think that's how you stop it.
Just up around the team.
Oh.
Picnic table.
You're stopping for picnic?
No, I'm going to take the roof off and empty your help.
Yes, now. Oops, he's dug himself a little hole. Hang on.
Everyone had their own little trouble here.
Off again. I think I'll go back this one. I'm in, turn on. Okay. Look, there's a truck here. That must be the dirt bike. It's follow a truck. See the little top there? Yeah. Yeah. 500. The things you don't know. Ooh. Ooh. In a second. You got fast there? Yeah, we can't. It's sort of a fucking nanny bike. It's throwing a little tantrum.
You what there?
The nanny bike. Oh. Trying to protect me from 90 horsepower.
Oh, okay.
Fucking
90
shit. Huh?
Limp mode or something?
No, it's just the user mode was fucking.
Oh.
Not your fault. I'm good. I'm good. No problem. Thank you very much. Oh. Traction control.
Yeah.
Third and shit. I can't do things with the fucking motor. Whoop. Good. Right. Let me get a little bit more. Okay, that's it. You want to go around the horsepower box? Push it up a little bit, so you got vertically. That's it. All right, man. Oh, relax, man. It's only riding.
Full of water.
Yeah.
Oh, come on, Donald.
Is it Trumpy Donald?
Yeah, Donald Trump.
Donald, okay. Look at
You can do it.
Ginger.
Won the election.
Won the election.
Won the election, you can get up here.
That's right.
I just have to get it in.
I just leave my finger. I just leave my finger. Recording it from what's going? Oh, wait. Straighten the front up. Front up, straight, hey. Straighten the front up, roll back. Yep, now forward. So we got the front straight now.
You seem to make that little climb out of that creek bed as hard as it could bloody be, eh? It's incredibly hard. So you can see the ground here isn't quite as fertile. The fire's been through here. All the eucalypts have got regrowth up their trunks. And more vehicle traffic as well, so you can see the roads, harder surface, less leaf litter, so greater portion of vehicles on it. We come up to a category 1 sort of forestry road, so in a little while here, and there was meant to be a turn to the right after we get up the top onto the main sort of category 1 road, but we couldn't find it or missed it or it wasn't there. So I meant for a little bit of a reroute. The tree ferns are usually more associated with sort of little subtropical or rainforest type situation where there's more moisture in the forest. So we've got some extended views here. This is quite a nice road, but again, this is sort of a Cat 1 road as they're classed in New South Wales state forests. A fair bit they will use a little tart section, on the climbs and descents, just where it's steep to stop the dirt roads eroding. There must have been a camp up there with a group of people in it, so this was the first vehicles we'd seen since we left Nimmitabel. We're trying to argue with the GPSs and maps here. Somehow we've missed the track.
Mine said 5.7k, turn right.
There's another track marked on the right, up here a little bit,
Back up there.
and I decided that we could get back onto our original route if we went up that.
This continues around and comes back to our track.
No, with all these sort of interweb-based maps, they're sort of a vector-based map, so you don't actually see much detail at the zoomed-out scale. I've gone back a little bit to an Aussie software provider called Oziexplorer. So I've got some scanned topo maps. So that will allow you to see another wallaby. That actually allows you to see all the detail. It doesn't actually change what's depicted on the map with scale. So that's a little bit easier to get an overview. But the program jumps around a bit, so it's a little bit harder to use on the bike. The one on the big tablet is DMD2 on this trip. Now this track just got steeper and steeper, and I get up to a point up here at the top of the hill, and I wait for Doug and sort of suggest to Doug that this track is probably above the tyres on Dave's bike. So we sort of have a little regroup here, me and Doug, and have a little discussion, and then decide to go back and see how Dave's going. On the way back, found David a water bar, and he was just setting himself up to go again. The ground very soft and unconsolidated. Just me turning around. Dug a hole enough to, you know, fit sort of a quarter of the rear tyre in and support the bike. So I was actually going to leave that while we got Dave started, but he was concerned that I wouldn't get going, so we freed my bike up. Dave's concerned the bike's quite heavy and wants to fall over, and like I said, the soil here was very soft, so it just sunk. We got another rock put under his stand. There's all sorts of stand extensions you can get for the bases of stands to help the bike stand up. Yeah, bikes are heavy as they are. I don't really need another bit of metal hanging on the bike somewhere. I think I'll try not to get one on my bike as long as I can. Now, just on the masses of the bike too, you should be mindful of where you stop, so you should be able to stop where you can put your feet down. So you see Doug here just stops, you know, after the ramp of the water bar, so that the bike's a little bit compressed in the valley of the water bar, so he can nearly flat foot his bike there, just so that he's balanced. So think about where you're going to stop the bike to make sure, and if you're riding through uneven ground or big obstacles, again, try to not stop the bike where you can't touch the ground. These things will fall over instantly. And of course, at, you know, 200 or 230 or, you know, whatever they are, it gets hard to pick up, and the more you have to pick it up, the harder your day will be.
No guarantees, but I'll give it my best shot. Yeah. So it's straight as you can in the little rut. Yeah. Up and then drive.
Try to give him a few pointers. Now, most people are scared of ruts, but they can help you. They can encapsulate the tyre.
I the 900, not those 400. 400.
Did very well.
Oh, he's got it. Nice, well done.
As I mentioned, so the ruts can be your friend. They can grip the side lugs of the tyre to help you get momentum. I don't think I managed to turn the traction control off here either yet. But if you keep it going, clutch, and it'll make it. Just makes it a little bit more difficult. And, with all these climbs steep, you're trying to maximise your momentum anytime you can. So, little descent here. Then you can see there's another high point there, so it got steeper up the other side here. So we had to retrace our steps back to the bottom. Find another way through. So here I'm trying to build up momentum for the climb so that I maximise my chance of getting to the top with good drive so I don't overbalance. That's looking east, down towards the coast. Now, of course, the camera never does it justice, the pitch. So at this stage, Dave said when we got to the top there, before we turned around, you guys go on and, you know, I'll go another way. It's not how it works, you know, we stay together, irrespective of the bike or people's ability. You know, you still, if you start, you need to, you know, find a way out or help a person around whatever obstacle it is. Need to stay together. Dave's new to the area as well, so he doesn't have the same concept of where we are as Doug and I as well. A little bit of bitumen here, nice bitumen. There was another bit of bitumen that I did back to Wyndham that I didn't film, which was just a superb road. I was just laughing in my helmet the whole time. It's unbelievably good. Only 2 vehicles on it, and the surface was quite good. They make quite a good road bike as well. The 21-inch front tyre doesn't seem to detract from its ability. Yeah. Again, here we've got a track that we marked, you know, on the computer at home, and it didn't go through. You know, another white-collar farmer, I think, has bought the land and put a barbed wire strand across the track that we were going to use. There was a track straight on, directly straight ahead in the centre of that view of the valley is the pine forest we're trying to get to then cut back to the west to head to Bombala. I'd not been in this valley before. We could have got through, but marked on one of our maps was a creek crossing up ahead that's 50 or 100 metres long, and more of that soft sand that we got stuck in before, so the boys didn't want to do that. Nice little ford here that we crossed, but as I mentioned, just across this river, we had to turn around and find another route. There was a couple and their kids swimming here, trying not to interrupt them much. So then we're back on a little stretch of road. We go back to a little town. The workarounds, are they painful? Not sure, not very bright, so I'm happy to explore anywhere. We've made it back into the pine forest. You can see that this land was burnt as well. Is the planet going to experience more wildfires? Certainly there's some nasty ones going on in California at the moment as I'm trying to edit this. We've not been here before either, so we're trying to, guess on the map so we're in the right place. Will it work?
Where are we now? There's no photo on the fucking map.
That's Filligan's. This goes round to the left.
Old place to have a boat,
Yeah,
unless he knows something that we don't know.
maybe his name's Noah.
Yeah.
So this is a little patch of freehold that's tucked in between a national park and a state forest. So there's quite a few properties here. So this road was marked as a dotted road, but it's actually signposted there as well. So as I mentioned before, it's very hard to determine whether these are gazetted roads or they're they run through private property. But so far so good. As you can tell, not much vehicle traffic through here. But it's a benched road, so it has been quite a significant track at some point in its life. Never good when you start to have deadfall across the track. Always start to get a little bit worried.
Good mate. So far this is good. There.
Walk on ahead.
Yep. You okay, Dave?
Yeah.
So I just made a quick check back then, make sure everyone was still happy to fight on. So I just surveyed the situation here. Can I get under it? Are those logs, did I need to get off and move them first? I figured that I can get over that, 4-inch to 6-inch log there and the next 4-inch one without too much trouble. 150 and 200 millimeters to the metric, people.
Oh, it moves.
I'm kindly moving the 6-inch one. There's a bump on the front wheel. Over. Now I move my bike out of the way so people don't have a balance fall on it. Give everyone a chance to get through.
What was that track we were on before?
The police, ambulance and fire brigade come through this way, so they had to chop that tree out to get to us later.
Tiger's tall. Tiger's a bit tall, mate. I need a stability,
Hey?
a bit of stability, because it'll,
Yeah,
you get past that or it falls over.
yeah, just watch that mirror. You can stay on it, yeah.
Right.
Where's the... Oh, I got some power. At your mirror. Okay. Can we fold him back up again?
Oh, can't. It's gonna fall. You got it?
Up. Yep, good. Yep, steer. I'm gonna steer.
Anyone want to buy a Tiger?
I think.
You can upgrade your KTM. No,
Right?
you want to upgrade your KTM to a Tiger.
Well, that's Tiger country, isn't it? This stuff. It's warm down here in Banjo Town, isn't it?
Hey Phil, we've gone past our 171 kilometres.
Have we?
We have.
That's lucky, isn't it?
So that was the whole trip was going to be 171?
No, we only measured the middle bit. Maybe this is exciting. Nothing like a bit of sand. We were stuck in the sand before.
And walk across here just to see what it's like. One, to get an idea of the route.
Soft. Soft. Interesting. Yes. Sand soft, isn't it, Doug? We're going forward. So you're riding down in the rock.
Incredibly soft sand.
Yeah, easy. Whoa! First one yet. Oh, what? Hey, that's wrong with that? Oh. On again. Hello, fucking race, there's a view go. Hello? Got that on camera, didn't you? I got that on camera and the drone. 1, 2. How can it go? Okay. Whoop. Well done, mate. That is third. That's gold. I was not looking for the gold ready.
A little bit overgrown on this side of the river, but still we can travel through here. So this track's working quite good so far. I've packed up the drone. I always get a bit, I wouldn't say anxious, but mindful that, you know, fluffing around with the gear can upset the other people on the ride's trip as well. So it's sort of, for me, it's a bit of a balance between mucking around filming all this stuff and mucking around filming all this stuff.
Hang on, hang on.
Of course, work together, try and get everyone through. Dave was concerned about the stick, so we got it out of the way.
It's flipping down it.
Put a couple of little rocks here. Help bump the front tyre up over the log. So, you know, you can see the size of this, sort of, you know, 6 inches or so.
Nothing amazing.
Not very big in the terms of logs, but still.
Pump it straight up. Right, rolling back up the pipe. Right, I'm sitting right. Whoop.
2 over. It was a little bit hard in entry too, you know, so we got a zigzag to get to it.
Easy, sir. Oh, Make it look so easy. thank you.
Don't give us your friend.
Momentum.
not out of the woods yet, so to speak. So you can see that this track still was quite a significant track at some point in the past. But whoever controls the area decided they don't need to look after it anymore. So I go for the lowest point, of course, around that one. And as I mentioned before, so I've stopped on the water bar. Gives me a chance to get my feet down and balanced. Make sure everybody else is across the log.
Hold on.
It looked kind of an awkward crash. I was on the horn to let Doug know something happened. Yeah, should have ridden the bike up there, maybe, you know, but I could park it there, knew I wasn't going to fall over. Didn't actually know that Dave was dropped off the bike at that point either.
Up on the bike. And just, I beat the horn not to use it, Doug. I beat the horn for Doug. Stop. Doug. 1, 2, 3.
Rammed his knee into that, and that broke his tibia.
Oh.
I can already see he's moving a bit gingerly here.
I think I've broken your leg.
Oh, what?
I think so.
And what? Didn't you? Oh, is that?
I think so.
Oh.
Wait for a second. Don't worry about it.
Oh, yeah.
Just go with him. I heard it crack.
Oh, shit. Really?
Yeah.
It wasn't just a piece.
I went on the bike and went on the top of the pier. It was just under my knee.
So it's not in the ankle or in the boot?
No, it's not my boot.
Okay, good.
It was up here. I just want to just sit for a second. And
Yeah. You need to go around the other side and I'll put this down, I've got the bike at the moment.
I'll tell you what, I'm going to be lucky to this.
Sure.
Just numb. I'll just have a couple of seconds and then I'll...
Take more.
Stop.
No, I don't try and stand up here. Let's see what's going on.
Hopefully it's just a narrow crack, but it had that crack, you know, like a...
Yeah, and I'll definitely try.
It just feels numb now, so it doesn't...
Okay, can you feel it breathing? Okay, good.
No horrendous amount of pain.
Not horrendous.
Good.
Lucky, yeah.
Yeah.
You want us to take the boot off and have a good look?
Yeah.
No, so just push out with your foot.
Yeah.
Good. Push in.
Yeah. Yeah.
Go.
Oh, it's not too bad.
To me. Push.
Yeah.
Yes, good.
Yeah.
Okay, right.
That's all.
Talk to me.
Yeah.
Okay, good.
Very good. I just got scared.
Yeah, no.
So it's going. Oh. That hurt. Yeah, no, there's something going on there. No. Looks like it's down here, sort of. Just
Look up.
Yeah. It's all there.
Ooh.
That's up there, yeah. Yeah, no, it doesn't. I think it's a hyperextension, maybe.
Oh.
It might not get there. Hopefully.
Found him.
Yep.
I told him to bring a chainsaw. We got on the police at Bombala, and I had a good chat to him. I left a heap of sign up there on the road, logs across the road and pointers and all sorts of shit.
All right. Excellent, man.
Yeah, he didn't seem to know where he was, but I got the map out and fucking took him through it,
Okay, good.
turn by turn.
And did you tell him we're at CB 40 channel?
He reckoned, yeah, I did tell him we had a CB.
Yep.
I asked him what channel he was on, and he said,
Why?
probably 16.
Hey?
Huh?
16.
16, yeah.
Yeah, like I mentioned, it's hard to know what he's done. I fucking
Has he gone into shock or anything?
no,
You got a space blanket for him?
no. I made him zip his
Boot back up?
zip his boot back up and close all the vents in his clothes and
Water?
give him some water. Yeah.
That's all he can really do.
Yeah.
I can see.
Hey?
As far as I can see.
Yeah, me too. Like, it's hard to know. I don't think he's done much damage, maybe a ligament.
Yeah.
Yeah. But don't know, no.
Oh, people fucking, you know, people handle fucking injury way different
That's right.
to everybody else.
Yes.
You know, like you fucking broke your fucking pelvis on a fucking thing and, you know, 2 months later you want to go for a fucking ride, for fuck's sake. I mean, I'm sure if it was you, you'd have fucking ridden out of there by now.
Yes. Yes.
That's just...
Huh? But you can't say that too, because then we're cunt if we fucking hurt him
Oh, yeah, yeah.
as well, so fuck.
Just got to do the right thing.
Yes.
We've done that.
Yes.
I rang the missus and kids.
Yep.
Worried anymore.
Good, that's it. Good. What about me? Who's worried about me?
I don't know. Who's worried about you?
Yes. I used to tell my mum, fucking don't ring the cavalry unless I haven't been back for 3 days.
I'm like, mine is...
Just waiting for the police and the ambulance. My guess is they're not coming till 10 o'clock. No cavalry. Nothing.
I can hear a chainsaw behind me.
Really?
Yeah. So I'm thinking maybe they're coming in from that way.
Why the fuck would they do that? Surely they're not that stupid.
Yep, there you go. So, Bombs, we are in a fairly deep valley.
The grey clove Dave gets to choose if it gets shared or not.
Oh, okay. As long as you tag.
Well, I got out of that bit. The old Wog Wog Trail. What's that?
Nothing wrong with Phil. Fuck, you're going. Oh, mate.